Good afternoon and welcome to Mayway Gardening. I have a few things that I just harvested here from this front garden. It is still producing. We still have a bunch of peppers. Ray, say hi. I'm going to be showing you guys the front garden here. I just did one video. I will probably post that before I post this video, but I just wanted to show you guys this front garden again before I head to the back garden. And before something happens with the video again. So this is I think this is a serrano pepper. And they have a little bit of a spice to them. So I really enjoy these peppers this year. They have been really prolific, like they've been growing along with these Hungarian black peppers. They've been growing. I have a bunch that I wanted to take out, but since they were still growing, I was like, you know what, I'll keep them until probably late September. So I'll probably be taking out a bunch of these peppers and leaving a bunch of the kohlrabi and broccoli Waltham and a bunch of the celery and cilantro. All that's coming in again. I'll leave that to keep growing along with our things along here. So our hyssop and our tomatoes. I still have a watermelon under here that is growing. The tassel's not dried up yet, so this watermelon hopefully will be ready to pick and eat soon. I get to show you guys that on a reel, hopefully on one of the shorts. I've been collecting a bunch of seeds. You can see a celery, not a celery, a dill has overseeded here. I've let it gone to seed, and I've been collecting a bunch of these seeds, so we'll have a bunch there. This Brussels sprout right here is almost up to my chest at this point. It is so huge. I have a bunch coming in there. You can see a bunch of Brussels sprouts have started on the stalk there, so hopefully we'll have some Brussels sprouts coming in for a fall harvest. That was really exciting to see because it's the biggest Brussels sprout that I have so far. And along with these marigolds, all of my marigolds are just doing so good, and all the tomatoes, everything is doing wonderful. And I have a bunch of other things over here I'll probably be taking out, and a bunch of strawberries that I'll have my son pick for snacking as well, because we do that around here. We really just snack on the strawberries because we don't have a bunch, but when they do come in, they are definitely exciting and very delicious. So I'm gonna show you guys the back garden really quickly, and then we'll finish up out here with a little bit more of harvesting probably. But can you not? Why are you doing that to the table? Yeah, don't do that to the table. Thank you. Show you guys the back garden. Excuse me, I have to parent really quick while that's the lux of being a boy mom, I guess you'd say. Okay, show you guys the back garden here. So this is our back garden. You can see a bunch of zinnias here, right? And then we have a bunch of, I guess you'd say, what is survived still. I see a cucumber that needs to get harvested right here. I see some tomatoes, right? And I also might see a few Brussels sprouts that are doing okay. But I would like to say the critters in the backyard this year definitely did a number. So no corn, unfortunately. There's no carrots or peppers or anything that is in this backyard. I did have a bunch here. I ended up moving these snap peas that I had hanging to the front yard just because I didn't want the critters getting to them. So I have a bunch of these Amish paste still going. You can see a bunch of these zinnias are still going. They look beautiful, all different types of colors. And I also have this red large cherry tomato. I have some flowers that have started from it. So that is really nice to see because this was a late starter for this plant. It was in the greenhouse and I didn't think that it would produce anything this year or really anything at all, because of how late it started out. But surprisingly, it is doing really well and it has started to flower and it's starting to actually put on some growth. So that's really nice to see. You can see it better on this side. This is in that pot right here. This was in the greenhouse. Unfortunately, the beefsteaks didn't make it, but that's all right. That's why I'm happy I planted the Amish paste, which is why I'm still growing them. So you can see a bunch still hanging here and they are doing amazing. Honestly, look at this. The size that they get is just unbelievable. I can't even believe it. Like I had one bigger than my palm. That's how big these get. So I'm leaving these to ripen on the vine. Hopefully nothing comes in and snatches them because boy does squirrels like corn. I'll say that. They really enjoy some corn. So I'm trying to protect these this harvest, the rest that I have left back here. But so far what is growing has really grown. So very happy with the tomatoes. And this trellis, I'm kind of just letting it rest on this other makeshift trellis that I found and I just made. So hopefully I will just kind of leave that for some support. So that's looking nice. I haven't seen any hummingbirds at this hummingbird water feeder, unfortunately, this year, but hopefully they'll come through before the season's over. But this has sugar water in it. Little concoction that I made, which is pretty much just water and sugar, and you boil it and you let it sit, and it's pretty much a ratio of water to sugar. Anyways, that's what I did for that feeder there. If in case you want to ever have some hummingbirds, that is what they like. They like sugar water. So that's a little simulation of what you get out of nectar or any pollen or flower, really. So it's really good for them. But look at these colors. Oh my goodness. The colors on these flowers. Oh my gosh. Orange, red, pinks. So gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I think I'm going to take these weeds out because I'm not really back here too much to water. I have been watering, which is why everything looks like this. Looks pretty good still. These tomatoes out front, I had only one Amish paste planted here, and a couple branches were just getting a little over just big. So or oversized, I guess I should say. So I took them off, stuck them in the ground, and a bunch have grown. So they're picking up size and they're starting to flower, which is really exciting. Some are starting to fruit, and this original one has already started fruiting, and I've been harvesting off of that still. So that is looking really good. Honestly, back here, Amish paste, I'll say the tomatoes and the flowers are doing wonderful. I think this is a really good knowledge to know for next year, especially in a part shaded area. This gets around, I want to say 6 to 7 hours of sun, so it's not full sunlight. So I think this is a really good idea for these plants to be in this area. I wouldn't say for the corn needs full sun. Over here are the cucumbers. Really, really sad looking cucumbers, but they have held on. They have produced. I had 3 originally. that were planted here, and you can see there's only 2 left. I took out one because it was super small, and it was next to the underneath the pumpkins that didn't produce very well, so I just ended up snatching those all out, and we still had some cucumbers, as you can see, still producing. So I'm going to take this one off and keep letting a couple of these other ones kind of produce, or keep growing I should say. But you can see this one's still on there. I just took this one off, and this one is on there as well up there. So, and these, look at these leaves, they're so crunchy. I have been watering, I have been fertilizing, but with these being the first cucumbers that I think I planted out, these cucumbers have lasted all year, I would say, since the beginning of growing season. So I would say amazing 10 out of 10 for these 2 plants. They produced pretty much all of my cucumbers, if not the front ones that I planted during the summer did. Second succession of cucumbers did. But these 2 plants have done an amazing job and still producing, as you can see, in September, and hopefully we'll still be picking the rest of these off in late September. So I'm gonna leave the rest still to keep going. The vines are still green, the leaves, I still see some new growth coming in there. So honestly, I'm gonna leave it and let it just kind of do its thing, and once it's completely done, just let it decompose and right in this area, and just kind of compost right here with a bunch of the plants that we'll have kind of for the end of the season. So that goes for these peppers and these eggplants as well. So I have some eggplants over here. I have this one along with the front one that has started to produce, which is really nice. This one looks like it's getting a darker color now, starting to, but this was a really light color at first, and now it's starting to get a little bit of a darker, a true Black Beauty color. But I thought I had some other Rosa Blanca eggplant seeds, but I didn't. So next year, hopefully I'll have some different varieties of eggplants. But I will say, this is my first production of eggplants in a garden ever. I tried when I was younger, but my neighbors always had the best eggplants, and they were so amazing and delicious. So this is just another goal for me, so I'm really happy about that eggplant. I'll be harvesting that one along with the other one at the same time, so I'll do another short of that as well. These Amish paste tomatoes look so amazing. Just look at this. They look amazing. They're still producing. I have a couple, oh, there's another one down there, that are still just really growing and picking up some size. All that green growth, they're not in direct sun, and they're still growing. And this one I haven't really trellised up. It has one little bamboo trellis, and it's kind of bushing out, and I'm kind of letting that do it on purpose so that it could kind of provide some shade for the ones and some protection because of the squirrels, for some of these tomatoes that are lower hanging, like that one right there. So, and now these ones coming in too. So you can see a bunch of these Brussels sprouts still coming in. They are definitely hanging on, and so are these Amish paste. This one's all the way up here, and it has one hanging. So you can see, and a couple more on the top there. So those are definitely growing. So are these Brussels sprouts. These are the second session of Brussels sprouts that I planted and transplanted. So and moved. So they're definitely looking a lot better. You can see a bunch of these lower leaves are getting taken out by some type of critter. So I have to spray something on there. It's definitely a slug. I know it because that's the only thing that is really out here is the slugs. That's really out back, and out front it would be the ants. So it's really it's a battle when you're growing vegetables, but it is definitely worth it. and I wouldn't say not to do it, but it is definitely a it's a give and take. I'm running from a bee right now. Sorry if you see me skittering away. So I have some beans in these pots right here. Ah, please don't sting me, bee. Ah, please don't sting me. Okay. All right. My goodness. All right, so I have some beans in these pots that are doing really good. I also have some of my lemon trees back here. Actually, I have all my lemon trees back here. I have 2 right here that I started from seed, and I have, I believe the other 2 might be in the greenhouse. Nope, just 1 is in the greenhouse. So 1 is in the greenhouse right here, and then, oh, I walked right past it. And there's another one right here. So I have 3 out here. I have 1, 2, and 3 lemon trees started, lemon plants, I guess I'll say for now, until they start getting really stocky, like these 2 avocado. Now I can say trees because they have started to definitely grow up in size here. And you can see this is definitely, oh, excuse me, I have just fallen. Tripped over my rock right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have, yes, I am okay if you're wondering. So I have 2 avocado trees right here. I have a Haas avocado right here, and then this is a Florida avocado on this side. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just tripped like that. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I was backing up, so I just got to be more careful, and that's just my fault. I'm very clumsy, and I am not even going to take that out of this video because you know what? It happens. That is another thing that happens in the garden. You fall. Okay, so what happened in the greenhouse is I let my yarrow grow on the sides of this pot, and then I let my lemon balm, right, grow kind of onto the side on this, in this pot right here. And then I kept my parsley. So I have parsley with new growth right here, and then I have some other parsley over here. So that, this pot, hopefully I'll be planting some more herbs in, like some more parsley, some more cilantro, and some more celery, hopefully. And in this back pot, I'm leaving a marigold pot, so I'll be throwing in some more marigold seeds to hopefully overwinter and just sit and until the next season starts. Once it starts to warm up, they will start to sprout, and then we'll have more marigolds. But looks like slugs are getting to these too. I don't know why, but you can see that slime. That's a slug. So definitely don't want that. Definitely don't need that in the garden or in the greenhouse. So that I'll have to do something for. I'll have to either spray or just kind of salt around the area. That's what I also like to do naturally for the slugs. And then I'll let my Dusty Miller kind of just let this keep growing and put on some more growth in this pot as well, because it is definitely looking a lot better than it was compared to what it was outside. And also this is another tree that I got online, and this is kind of starting to wilt a little bit because I wish I had fertilized a little bit sooner. But this is the red Japanese maple that I got online, and it has put up a lot of new growth, and I do need to come in and fertilize this plant, but it definitely has picked up a lot of growth, and I'm very happy about it. So you can see all the new growth kind of happened around the bottom here. All those new plants there, all those new leaves I should say, they look amazing, and all the older growth kind of looks a little jagged. So I'll need to do something about that. I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like it's good soil. That's definitely good soil, right? That's definitely good soil. And by the way, I'm wearing a white jacket, so my elbow when I fell, my elbow, guys, is completely black. WTF. All right. I'm over it. I'm over it. And look at my knee. Look at my freaking knee. All right, I'm over it. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. And this lemon tree, I guess I should say lemon plant. This lemon plant is growing so well. It has picked up so much growth. This is probably one of my best looking ones, honestly. Look at the leaves. Those leaves are gorgeous leaves. Those are gorgeous lemon leaves. So I started these from seed last year. These are in their second year now. So that is so, so, so exciting. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I started them this year. But last year growing season. So I would say they're going into their second year. So these look so good still. They look amazing. Even in their first year, they look amazing. They're definitely looking great. So in these pots, I have carrots still growing. I have collard greens. And I still have a couple of parsley. Was it parsley? No, it was collard greens and something else. Kale might have been. Yeah, this looks like kale. Collard greens and kale. And it looks like some of the kale is getting eaten. So yeah, I'll definitely have to come in and spray. But guys, oh my gosh, everything is honestly not bad back here. I thought it was gonna be a little bit of a terrible video. I did fall, but like whatever. Everything's still growing, so like I'm not mad, honestly. Look at these stalks right here. I just want to show you guys this really quick before I end this video. This is the artichoke. Look at these new green stalks that are coming in here. Let me put this towards the light. Look at how gorgeous that looks. So these are the artichoke. This is the artichoke patch, I guess I'll say. This is I'm not sure the variety. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, but I started it last year. So this is in its second year for artichoke. And the way that it grows is very fascinating. And it takes around 3 years for it to even really start to be edible for you to grow because of this thinness that it starts out at. And it really would just taste like a green leaf, like woody, nothing. It doesn't really have its flavor just yet. But next year, you look at this. You can see next year is definitely going to be a great year because of the crowns that's starting on the new growth that's coming in this year. And if you let it keep growing and let it bush out and get bigger and bigger, obviously the thickness will just get thicker and thicker. So a lot of this I'll probably lose or pull out just to let some other ones kind of form in here. But naturally I think it'll do it itself. I'll see. I've never grown artichoke in a pot, and I don't see many gardeners really growing artichoke in a pot. So the ones that I have seen, look at this one in here. This one's really thick. So there's a couple of them that are really thick, and I did seed this pretty heavily, but you can see that they will be coming in hopefully by next year. And you can see the thick bushel of it. It is so tall. It's taller than me if I hold it up. It is very, very tall. And it's just like, it's one of those things where you just wait and let it grow, and then eventually it will pay off. It's almost like the lemon trees and the avocado trees that I started from seed. I didn't expect to wait this long for the artichoke, but honestly, knowing that it's going to be homegrown artichoke and I get to come right outside and just pick the stalks or cut the stalks or however, snap the stalks off and just fry them up or saute them up or bake them, or grill them. Like, there's so many ways. Will just be amazing. So this is one way to grow artichokes. I'm sorry, I keep saying artichokes. This is asparagus. Oh my gosh. It's been a day. Anyways, this is the asparagus patch, guys. The asparagus patch. Ah, the asparagus. Okay, I can't even edit that. I'm not even gonna. Hey, no. Oh my gosh, a cat just went in my house. Okay. Yeah, wrong house, buddy. I'm sorry. That's the wrong house. Oh my gosh, my neighbor's cat just ran in my house. Not right now. Yeah, it's the wrong house, buddy. Sorry. So, yeah, guys, that is the asparagus for you guys. Not the artichoke, the asparagus patch. I always do that in one of my videos. I always mix up one thing for another, but at least I caught it in this video, and I'm happy I did. So, that is what's going on back here, guys. I still have some peppermint that I've been harvesting over here in this patch here. I think that cat just went in my house. Hey, 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 hey. No, 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 no. Okay, I gotta go get a cat out. But guys, look at this peppermint. It's definitely putting back on some growth there. It's looking wonderful. I'm super excited about it. I hope I catch you guys next time in Mayway Gardening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time. Wow, look at that beet. Oh my goodness. Beets for the wins, guys. All right, time to go get a cat. Have a great day, guys. Catch you next time. And Mayway Gardening. Oh, it just came out. It just came out, so I'm happy about that. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, black cat. I actually like black cats, so I'm okay with that, but like, holy moly. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look at those gorgeous colors. Oh. All right, guys. Catch you next time on Mayway Gardening. Happy Sunday. Have a great day, and keep on growing. See you next time.